Let's start. Hello, everyone who is listening to this podcast. I am Mia, and I will be your host. With me today, I have 5 amazing students from Bosnia, and I'd like all of them to just say their
Hello,
name.
everyone.
Starting from the guy sitting on my left side.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stefan Ožegović. I'm 18 and I'm senior in high school in Banja Luka.
Hi everyone, I'm Nevena Raspopovic. Just like Stefan, I'm 18 and I'm a senior from Banja Luka.
Hello everyone, I'm Mia, I'm 16, I'm second grade of high school, also in Banja Luka.
Hi, my name is Nadia. I'm also from Banja Luka and I'm a junior at a high school.
Okay, so could you tell me a bit about why are we here?
Well, we're here with a YLP program, and that's a leadership program. We're all really into leadership, you know. Well, we're here to learn new things and hopefully to make our country a better place for living. Yeah.
That's good, but you say make your country a better place for a living. That implies that there is something wrong within our country. Could you maybe share what that would be? For you, what is the biggest problem that you're faced with in our country?
Well, the war in our country ended about 30 years ago, so we're still kind of living in the aftermath of that. So it's pretty hard. Our country is divided into 3 different nations, and it's very hard for them to collaborate, obviously, because our past is so hard and traumatic. So, yeah, it's been hard on economical and also political level for our country.
So Bosnia and Herzegovina, it is a country that's transitioning from one economic system to another. Hello, capitalism. So basically that brings also some more issues on top of our heavy history that we had to deal with. So basically that's on us to be motivated to help and fix that.
Okay, and since this is on us, how do you feel about being faced with such a big challenge, about such a huge responsibility? Let's start with something small and maybe work it up to more serious topics. For example, Nadia, you mentioned how our country is divided, and in this program we have 3 nations from 3 different cities. Do you think that we as teenagers still keep that division alive, or do you think that we're trying to overcome those differences?
Yeah, I definitely think that, prospective teenagers are really trying to overcome it and trying to do better, be better for our country. I think that we all are aware that we're all a part of this country, and not one nationality is kind of separated from that. We can all even go and do something better together, or we're all doomed. But I think that the biggest problem is that the older people who have maybe been through a lot, as I said, the war was not that long ago, they still hold on to the hatred and past, and it is very easy to kind of put that burden onto young people's backs and shoulders.
Yeah, anyone else?
That's why I think it is really important for all of us to have our own opinions and our own values, and don't take everything for granted from our parents. And everybody of us should have their own perspective of life and their own worth of living. So if each one of us finds that for their self, I think there is where change begins.
Okay. Well, you mentioned some very interesting points, because in today's day and age, where there's a lot of influence from social media, you have a huge access to information from all over the world, and that information does in fact, the way we form our opinions. So how do you know what is actual relevant information? How do you know what source to trust? Do you just blindly believe everything you say, or do you do your own research?
It's very easy to fall into that trap now that you've mentioned. It's very easy, especially when we talk about, things like these. If you have that hatred inside of you, it's very easy to believe anything that is presented to you and is connected to that topic. So, as Stefan said, I believe we all need to kind of separate ourselves to preserve our own individual opinion and to obviously educate ourselves more so that we kind of are able to step out of that toxic bubble that social media often creates.
That is very good. So there was this interesting topic mentioned a bit earlier. Nevin, I think you mentioned something about living in a capitalist society.
Oh.
How do you feel about that? Because, well, you're a senior. You're going to go off to college and you're going to go find a job. Do you plan on staying in your own country, dealing with the system, or are you going to go somewhere else?
Oh, I'm going to go into the woods and live in a little cozy shack.
Money.
No, but in reality, I think today's world is really overwhelming for this new generation. I personally would like to study abroad purely to experience another culture, another way of living. I think that's something that's insanely important in this day and age, where everything is connected and where you cannot live in your own bubble, just as Naja said, but you have to experience other cultures, other food, others' opinions and perspectives, which you can't just ignore, but lead healthy conversations about them. I think that is so important. And that's what I plan to do, but that doesn't mean I want to come back to my country, because I think I feel a sense of responsibility to do something good and maybe help future generations have it more easy back home. Yeah,
You're right. You had a very good point, because
Thank you.
experience is everything, really. Because, if we were, living in the US, we would never know that this country isn't perfect, We all know that, obviously. But that's because we've not been here our whole lives. Obviously, we wouldn't know that there is so much things that are wrong in our country if we didn't, leave it from time to time. So, yeah.
Honestly, I would like to add something about experience and opportunity in our country. I think the number one reason, because like a lot of students are leaving our hometown after high school, is that because like our country don't give us that many opportunity that we need. Like you can have any experience in our country because they don't even trying to give that to you. So that's the reason I think that most students are thinking about leaving and like studying abroad.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't feel responsible for my country, because if they didn't give me the opportunities that all the young generations need, why would I need a reason or something to do good for my country?
You popped off.
Okay, yeah,
I
that
agree
was...
with Stefan.
I think we all agree with
Oh, and you would never, if you don't travel abroad, for example, to the USA, you would never know that the toilets are so much different.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
I pushed
That's an
something today in
experience.
toilet and like just a garbage can opened and I thought it's something else. So yeah.
Yeah, well, a lady almost walked into my toilet because I could not lock it properly. Please believe us that this is due to cultural differences. We are not stupid.
Okay,
We're all
so-
great.
When
US,
talking about
your
cultural
education is great, you're doing a
differences,
good job, but you need to fix the
Like-
toilets, okay?
women in toilet don't feel ashamed like to talk to, even though you're like on your yeah, like you're doing your stuff and they will be like, you go girl. So yeah.
Okay, well, I have to get a bit political for a second here because
No more
Stefan
toilet
said
talk. Oh.
toilet talk. We'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
I just want to touch on something Stefan said. You mentioned how you don't feel a sense of responsibility because the government isn't giving you options. And I agree with that because we're from the same country. But let me ask everyone else here, because it is a fact, maybe for some of you who are listening and you're unaware, Bosnia is suffering from a lot, and I mean a lot of students leaving, and at the extent at which it actually affects our demographic, that we have a lot of old people, which is also why our country isn't really changing, because they're old people who have set beliefs. But do you think, as teenagers who are planning to leave, study abroad, or maybe planning to leave forever, do you think that the country is doing anything good to keep you there? Do you think that the country notices the problem that it has and is giving you an accurate response?
You know, a big problem our country faces is corruption. I don't think our country is bad per se, you know, but as Nevena said, I do personally feel a responsibility to change something. You know, Bosnia, that's where my roots are. That's where my family is. I feel an emotional connection. I want to get back, but I would like to feel some support too, which I don't think that it's a hard subject really. We have a lot of politicians who are benefiting off of, you know, hatred amongst people. They don't want our country to develop more because they're good in their own bubble. And I think that if we would be able to, you know, change that, our country's economical status would be a lot better. And when you're living in a good economy, I think it's a lot easier to talk about things as, you know, bettering the educational system, schools, everything. So, yeah.
Well, when talking about develop in our country, like there is a lot of like older people than us who will be like, they were just lying around and saying like how system is bad, and they wouldn't do anything about, even though they had like opportunity and they had all the resources that they can do something about it, but they will just say like the system is bad, the government suck and everything like that. So I think that's also the problem. It's not everything on us, like we're just students here, right?
Yeah, but I really think that is so important for our voices to be heard.
Yeah.
And we are the ones who need to do the change because we are the younger ones. And if we want to live in a better place, we need to fight for it.
Yeah.
Also, I think a lot of people who leave and don't come back do it because it hurts so much to come back after, I don't know, 5-10 years and see that nothing has changed. And I had some friends or family members who had that experience, and I can understand why they do it the way they do. And also, I think for the young people, while there are some opportunities, I don't think they are equally distributed. Even when it comes to competitions and scholarships, I think certain professions or talents are valued more than others. For example, if a student is talented in, for example, mathematics, they can very easily go to competitions that are on the national or international level. But if you're interested in the arts or some other sciences like biology or chemistry, you have much less coverage in the media and chance to go to competitions and accomplish yourself.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that we really love our country. We want to go back, but it's really hard when you don't feel that love and that support from your country back, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like we're all looking forward to just going and never thinking about it again. But, yeah.
I think we just need to appreciate how Bosnia is beautiful. The nature there is beautiful. It has so much potential that it's wasted because of political and economical status. And I think that's something we should work on because it has some potential.
The food is amazing.
Yeah, the food is really
It's
good.
amazing.
Come to Bosnia.
Yeah, you definitely should. But aren't we working on it? As far as I'm aware, we're working on a project here. Well, not here when we come back. We're not just lazing around and
Yeah.
getting shocked by your toilets.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me a bit more about what exactly is it that we're going to do? You
This
could
is-
just be
This
big.
is a very exciting project. Well, some other people will tell you more. But we decided to do a project revolving around raising awareness about safe driving as well as traffic safety around school areas.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we're taking baby steps, but we're doing something, guys. We're not here to eat burgers, although we've done that plenty.
They are
We've
delicious.
done that. They are delicious, but they're huge.
Oh,
I don't know about
God.
you, but I've rarely ever been able to finish a portion.
Yeah,
I feel
The
so
portions
portions
here
bad.
are
Are
crazy.
so huge.
But also Bosnia has pretty big portions also.
Yeah.
But these are
Next level.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we mentioned food, we mentioned the toilets. What other culture shocks did you have? If I could say, I was surprised by the fact that there were shoes in the house.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, your entire house
Crazy.
is carpeted, and here you are walking over in the shoes that you were outside with. All my Balkan listeners here, our parents would beat us, right?
Yeah.
And they still have like carpets all over their houses and
Yeah.
like just with the stinky shoes, like they're just walking around the house and like nothing big. So yeah.
But like no shoes on the bed. So what's up with that? Am I supposed to take my shoes off and just put them all like
Under the
next,
bed.
next to my bed,
I think taking off shoes in the house is associated with like the Asian community here. However, just so you know, like half of Europe does it too. Slavic people especially.
Yep.
We always take shoes off at our home.
Obviously. It's
We-
clean. Come
Mhm.
on.
Yeah, but I think what shocked me the most was how I felt like most of the people here were fake with how cheerful they were. Like when you go to Bosnia, people are kind of mad all the time in their own world. They're not gonna
Yeah.
pretend to like you.
They're
or-
too real. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
People
they don't
here
like you, they don't like you. There is no like pretending or something.
people here are overly
Faking
nice.
it, yeah.
Yeah, they're just so nice that you can't possibly be that nice, They're never upset or mad, and that's just, there's no warmth in that. I can't,
I believe that you can look at that way, but if you are doing a job, you need. I don't need your mood to inflect my everyday life. Like if you're doing your job, stand your emotions at home and do your job. I don't think that your emotions should be involved a bit in your job.
Yeah, that is
Period.
true. That's true. But come on, guys, did you see their poor workers? They're traumatized. They're apologizing because they're existing next to me.
Yeah, they're really nice. I mean, Americans generally, I feel like, are really, really professional.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
I
let's be
agree.
real. It's all about the money, But I kind of like that, As Stefan said, I like that you're not making my day suck because your day sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stefan is really passionate about good service workers. It's tough working in service work, right? I mean, Mia, you're the host, but you had some experience with it.
I had a lot of experience with that. A lady almost threw onions at me because of their price. So that's how things are in our country.
Welcome to Bosnia.
Yeah, welcome to Bosnia. Please come and please don't yell at our workers.
I think
They're trying their best. But yeah, any other cultural differences that you were faced with here?
Well, I was at dinner with my host's family a few nights ago, and like waitress was so nice that I was really surprised. Like it's like 8 p.m. and like some waitress in our country would be like, "Get yourself food." Like, who am I to you? And this one was I was shocked actually. She was so nice. Her name is Ashley. So
Shout out for Ashley.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out. If anyone, where'd you go to?
I don't remember. It was something like steakhouse, but I don't know how it's
Okay, if
called.
there's an Ashley working in a steakhouse,
It's
kudos
in
to
Dayton,
you.
Ohio.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Dayton, Ohio. Ohio. Wow. Kudos to you. You're amazing.
Okay, do you want to
Uh,
hear something?
I
It's going to
do.
be very controversial.
Oh.
European McDonald's fries
Are
10
times better than American
Yes.
ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh,
Do I sense some disagreement?
America-
Never know.
Well, I don't know about the fries.
No, but they're so dry here. It's
That
crazy.
is kind of true, though. That is.
But they're not that bad. Like I mean, like fries are fries.
But you're a foodie. You can
Have
eat
you
whatever.
noticed?
I can eat anything.
Have you noticed how all the food here is so sweet and so
Yeah.
plastic?
Like I ate a
it's
bread.
like
Guys,
and
we're gonna
3D
get
so
printed.
sweet.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get deported. This is like a one-way ticket to getting back
Like
home.
salt is not even existing for them. Like everything's so sweet.
It is. It is so sweet.
I love how we started with like the really serious topics. Now we're talking about food, but you know,
Yeah.
Well,
It should
if
food is
be a
serious
balance.
topic.
Yeah, food is
True.
a serious topic.
Balance
But
is the most
we
important
did-
thing.
Yeah, it is. But we did talk about some serious topics, but we did that on the television. So if you want to hear more about that, you'll have to tune in and watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it'll play like what next year.
Next year, next week,
No,
next
marketing
lifetime.
queen. They said it's going to be like a little bit earlier, so expect it like in 8 months.
Ooh, okay, 8 months. Well, you know, if you're
Maybe
pregnant right
something
now,
will
maybe even your
change
child
that.
can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we still have some time left. That is good. Well, what about you guys? Should we return to serious topics or should we keep it lighthearted?
I think we should get some on a serious note now.
Serious note for 7 minutes. I say we start with
should
something
start
serious
a
and
fight
leave it
Yeah,
during
unfinished.
the
for the
last few
end.
minutes.
Yeah, okay, we should start a fight. What would be a good topic? What do y'all want to fight about?
Cheetos suck.
Um,
That is a
Controversial.
very serious topic.
this is too much. This is too much.
Yeah,
I think
I'm sorry. I apologize.
it's okay.
But they do suck. Also, why is your food like that orange or that vibrant?
We're back
Please.
on food.
We're back. Well, Bosnians do take their food very seriously.
That's a
And-
serious topic.
And we're from Bosnia, so what else did you expect? Like,
That's what I was to do. We did talk. We were
Yes.
very political and we were very professional. But that's for
So,
television.
yeah,
okay?
and you expected us like not to talk about food.
Yeah. Okay, we
Okay,
just only
thank
have
you.
5 more minutes. Awesome.
Oh.
Ooh. We're wrapping it up. I do hope you're not sick of us, and I hope you're still listening.
And I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you're going to continue to enjoy it. Well, we're not really giving you a choice. We're very interesting,
Should
aren't
we
we?
start the podcast back home?
Yep.
We should. What should we do?
That should be our project, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
we could
Who
do
cares
that,
about the
actually.
people?
Yeah,
Let's
we
start
could.
the podcast.
Who care about workshops? Let's do like a project.
Okay, no, Miranda,
Podcast, not
Miranda,
project.
if you're listening, we're very sorry. We did not mean this. We're just joking. Don't kick us out. We love we love this program, and we are gonna do an amazing project.
Yeah, nobody said anything about not loving this program. I think that this program is something really amazing that happened to
Yeah.
all of us, and we're going to have so amazing memories and like experience when we get back home. I think I'm going to be depressed actually when I get back home.
Yeah.
Oh, same.
I already get used to
Get
this
back
life.
at those standards, like, man, after all of that.
Back to school.
Like back to school, yeah.
But you know, back
Yeah,
to the
We have a
food.
saying in Bosnian.
Yeah.
It's from horse to a donkey.
Oh yeah. We'll be going back to our
just
donkey.
apologize to Miranda, please.
No hate to donkeys.
But for real, this has been a long day. Earlier today, we visited Sinclair Community College.
That was cool.
It was very fun. It was very educational. And yeah, this whole program has been such an experience. We are very motivated to do good back home and also in the bigger community,
Of course.
maybe worldwide potentially. So yeah, this is all in good fun.
And Sinclair has really good wraps, like because we're already back on food. So if you ever did try it.
Okay.
Well, guys are just signaling for us to wrap it up.
Like-
So as much as we would love to stay and chat, I think we should get kind of done with this.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank
I
you.
hope that you are still listening by this point and it would not bore you. We had a wonderful time chatting and I hope you had a good time too.
Thank you.
Till next year. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.